Morning, guys. Jenna here. Happy Tuesday. I have a reading, and I was just going to take a little picture of it and do the thing, but oh my goodness, it's going to take me way too long to type it all out. So here, let's dive into it. So crowning it, this card has been coming out all morning. Highest good. Embrace the journey with openness, trusting in the universe to lead you toward your greatest fulfillment. And I kept thinking, like, oh my, I don't know, today's just giving like tower moment type days, right? And then we've got this one that wanted to accompany it. Metamorphosis Mirage. Embrace the tender transition between past forms and future possibilities, as illuminated by the transformative butterfly. My ears ringing as I'm saying that. And I feel like this is where we are currently at. Is it's like there is some tower moment that has happened, and it's very, we can clearly see that it's happening, right? And what we need to release and what we need to stop fighting. And we're in this in between stage. And then this one, going forward, don't dwell on the past, but focus on creating a brighter future. So this is where I initially pulled for tarot. And when I was doing it, my deck literally split in half, flipped half of it up. And the card that was popping out was the Tower. And I'm like, okay, I'm not going to take that, but I'm going to put it back in. And if it comes out, it does. And crowning the reading, we have the Judgment. We've had some sort of wake up call and some sort of truth and realization about what foundations need to crumble, or like what is falling apart. It's like we can clearly see it. It has to do around career, money, something you're nurturing. But ultimately, it will lead to a victory or some sort of like public recognition. So this is our position here. We are the Queen of Pentacles. And she popped out with the King of Swords and the Queen of Swords, which tells me that like you're thinking very clearly, very clearly. You can see all, you know, you're nurturing, you know, your feminine knows what she needs to do. Your inner masculine knows what he needs to do. And being able to alchemize both of these energies into what you're nurturing. But your intuition tells you that there is this tower happening because there's something that needs to be released, something that we are fighting. Anyways, give me 1 second. I'm going to just pull. Hold up. I can't hold my phone and shuffle at the same time. Give me 1 second. Let me just get some advice. Shit. Okay. So we've got the Seven of Swords and the Ace of Cups. Now, so our advice here is the Seven of Swords and the Ace of Cups. Now, the Seven of Swords gets a bad rap, but it is a card of strategies. Basically, what this guy is doing, this little gummy bear, he is sneaking into his enemy's camp, and he is stealing the swords, usually in the middle of the night, right? Stealing the swords so that way in the morning, they can't come and actually attack him. Anyway, so our advice is to come up with a strategy on how to essentially take the action to drop this little cookie into your cup that will create a ripple effect to bring you into like your overflow season. I know you can't really tell with this artwork, but that's actually a gummy bear hand holding it. But you need to create a strategy on how to like balance out everything that you have to do. Okay? Yeah, you're Two of Wands. So some sort of vision. And it's like the expression, he's got the whole world in his hands. It's like you do too. Okay. You need to just envision your world, how it is that you want it to be. So then you know how to balance it, what action to take, which would be this, dropping it in. And then ultimately everything is going to come in really, really fast. But it does require a perspective shift first. But that's what's ultimately going to get the wheel turning in your favor. Particularly, I have a feeling this has to do with some sort of financial or material thing. And it's like right now there might be like a lack of perhaps like resources. But if you notice these Five Pentacles, it's like they're growing on a tree. I know it's typically like a stained glass window, but ultimately you're being brought into a very happy time. But there's, like I said, there's a judgment call. There's some sort of truth that you need to allow to happen, and your intuition can see it. You can see the tower happening before your very eyes. It's very clear that you're releasing some sort of fighting, some sort of struggle, and right now you're in this, the Metamorphosis Mirage. So embrace where you're at right now, which is the in between, because this is almost like the planning phase. This is your visionary phase. And going forward, don't dwell on anything that happened all the way over here. Just focus on creating this brighter future, which couldn't be anything more obvious than the sun, right? Okay, anyways, have a good day.